bring this up. Give it a few minutes, see whether anyone drops in before I start. Not always the case, but we'll see. Right, so we'll crack on anyway. So I haven't put a video out for quite a while now. I've had loads of projects going on, a lot of projects going on, a lot of stuff that I can't talk about going on. And I've got the big project with the Corvette. Lots of things going on that require videos making. So, for example, the Corvette is part of the electronics series of videos that I'm going to be making. And on cue, there's the dogs. So, Daniel. So, yeah. So there's a lot that's not been done. I've also I've had a terrible tooth extraction recently, and I've had a complication with that, and that has meant that right, Paul. That has meant that I've been in a lot of pain, and there's been no. I haven't even been doing the hangouts. It's been quite bad. But today, I thought I've got to get something out. So that sounds a bit weird. That. So I've picked a kit because I want to start a new kit. Now I've done the planes and I've done cars, but one thing I haven't done is trucks. So I've picked a truck that I want to build. I've never reviewed a truck. I've never built one, so this is going to be a new thing for me. So we're going to review the truck, and we're going to be reviewing in particular this one, which is the Italeri Iveco, which is Ford, I believe. Is Iveco part of Ford, or were they part of Ford? I don't know. Or are they just... I always thought they were Ford. Oh, well. Anyway, Iveco Highway 40th anniversary kit. We're going to crack into that and have a look and see what's going on there. So... I haven't had a look at this at all myself yet. So we're going to just break the seal on this. It literally hasn't been opened at all. Shouldn't really use my 3D printing scraper for that, but you'll see it's a very tight fitting box. We should just have a quick look around the box, really. That's how of sorts I am. I've forgotten to look around the box. It's pretty basic. So we've got a nice picture on the front of the front cab, with all its livery on. Italeri, obviously. It says it's got a super decal sheet, super chromed adhesive, additional chromed parts, new wheel rims, new tyres. Well, we'll see how the chromed parts look. We all know that they can be or can't be a pain at times. Dear Lord, this is tight. This does not want to come off here. I don't really want to tear the box. Why am I struggling to get this off? Is this... Man, I'm puny. If I can't get into a box, how embarrassing. Right, I'm going to have to tear the box. There's no other way around it. I don't really want it. I've got no choice. At least let me try and... Right, there we go. Whew. So these are some of the super chromed adhesive parts, whatever it means by that. We'll look at them more closely in a minute. Lots and lots of plastic in it, so I'm going to do what I normally do. I'm going to empty the bottom into the top. Put that down there, and then I can transfer from one side to another. So first of all, let's have a look at this super Decals sheet that they're going on about. Okay, so I've got to admit, I do like a really nice Decals sheet. It's one of my weaknesses. I love them when they're in at this stage. Not so much once they're all cut up, but there we go. So that seems okay. They look a bit thick. I'm not very experienced with Italeri's Decals. I've not used very many of them. I had some on the Ford Escort that I'd done. They were okay. I think if I remember correctly, I felt they were a bit too thick as well. Yeah, you know, they've got that, you know, when you get thick Decals, they've got that look to them. You know, they're standing quite high on the paper. But they're not, you know, they are what they are. So, and then we've got this other sheet. Now I see what they mean by the super chromed. So we have got some chromey stickers. I don't know. I'll be interested to hear everyone else's thoughts on this. Has anyone used these before? If so, are they any good? We've got one come off there. Where's that gone? Has that literally just come off in my hands? Don't think so. Wow. I don't see it anywhere. But yeah, wow, that's literally just... I'll have to look back on the video at that, but I could have sworn that was a full sheet when I brought it out. Okay, that's not a good start. Then not that adhesive if they will fall off the paper in that manner. No, I definitely can't. No, can't see them. So anyway, we'll move on to these instructions now. It's quite a big A4 size pamphlet. It outlines the sprue. So we've got the sprue maps at the beginning. They're nice and clear. I do like the fact that they've got it's like a photograph of the pieces, albeit in black and white. But yeah, I do like these. I do like the way they've done these. They're not colour. They'd be nicer if they were colour. And we've got the engine going together here. Very nice. It looks well detailed. Let's hope we can display it. engine going together, because the engine's going onto the chassis there. And we've got suspension going in, steering, I guess. Got the diesel tank there, and all your radiator and bits and bobs going in, mud guards, wheel arches, lights. Yeah, I may well decide to do, I haven't given consideration to lighting it, but I may do that, thinking about it. I'm just trying to remember what the picture looked like on the front. I think this is a bar along the top that's got some lights. Maybe I should do my electronic series on this. And we've got the cab going together. Yeah, the sleeping unit, I believe, is at the top in these. I'm not certain. I think there's a bunk bed up in this roof bit at the back. I'm not exactly sure on that. So it, looks fairly good. Glue in position with care. So yes, it looks as though, when it's saying glue, but that looks like the point that this would pivot to show the engine beneath. But it is saying it moves there. But surely if you glue that, it won't move. We'll see when we come to it. Yeah, we've got a light bar going there, so that would need to be maybe fibre optic or something going in there. We'll see. Yeah, and then obviously we've got the decaling and colouring at the back. It's just metal gloss blue, which is fairly straightforward. Pretty much all of it's blue. Yeah, so looks half decent. So let's get crack on with. So first up, we have. First up, we have one of these chromed parts. Now, I'm really not sure at this stage which I will. There's that sticker. There's that sticker off that. Let me just. Just want to see if I can carefully drop that back on the sheet. Oh, it's very tacky. So I don't understand why it's come off here. Oh, come on. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. Let's put a sheet. And then we've got right. Areas of it look okay. Other areas. Sprue gates are quite thin, and they look to have positioned most of them towards the rear of where they need to be, apart from these front. Each one of these cases you're not going to know until you start assembling them. Honestly, I'm not too sure. They don't look that bad. And then, whoa. Right, okay. Some of them don't look that bad. I'll rephrase that. I've just had a look at this here. I've come and looked on these are part of the wheels, and come into focus for me. They don't look too good to me there, especially this one. There are other parts where you may get away with it. I may just start stripping them down as a matter of course. I've got a wide range of chrome paints. I've got the MIG extreme metals. I've got the Vallejo ones, but I won't use them. They're nowhere near good enough for this. I've also got the super metallics. So there's a choice there. I'm always a bit uncertain when it comes to stripping chrome. With cars, it's easy choice. I'll just mainly strip them. Although some of them are getting better and better all the time. They do, some of the chrome's looking really good these days. If I remember correctly on them, normally when I open them, I can tell straight away. I look at them and I go, "Wow, that chrome looks really good." This is not one of those cases, so the chances are I'll probably strip it off. Maybe not these, depending whether the backs of these are hidden or not. If this is just like the reflectors for sort of lights or something like that, I may leave them alone, but we'll wait and see on that. Then we've got these packaging's quite tight on these. There's no so they've done these in blue. The main cab is obviously in that metallic blue, and these are obviously for people that they're hoping are not going to want to paint. Oh, it looks awful. They've tried to make it look metallic. I don't know if you can pick that up, but they've tried to give it this metallic look. I've got to say, it's not brilliant. There's parts where it looks more metallic than others, where they've put, for example, if we look down here, in this part here, when you shine it in the light, it looks. There's a time where it looks as though it's. Oh no. No, definitely not. That needs they need painting without a shadow of a doubt. And what I will say, I like the detail in the engine area. I'm assuming this is the engine area, or under the front where the radiator and everything's going to be. I do like that detail. That's really good. That is ripe for adding some extra wiring, lots of different colors in there. You can really make that pop if you put the effort in. Definitely worth paying attention to that, and this whole front end. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the plastic. The panel lines are nice and sharp there. There's absolutely nothing wrong there at all. It's all smooth. You've got you've got the where they've done the recesses on the back. It's sort of come through a little bit, and you can see that there. I feel there's a chance that you might need to sand that back. before painting. What I'm on about is here. I don't know if you can let me put the light on a bit of a lower setting so that so there, just in front of my finger there, and then back here, and that's just basically where they've put these little square recesses in on the back. And I'm just looking, yeah. So, yeah, you know, on the back side, nothing too much to worry about. So a little bit of attention needed there. Definitely wouldn't build it up, wouldn't recommend building it up without painting it, which is obviously what they're going for with that metallic look to it. I don't think it ever really works. I've only ever seen one kit, I believe, where they've tried to give it a metallic look, or they've tried to give it the look of the finished item, and it's sort of worked well. And I've got a feeling that it was a bike. I've got a feeling it was a bike kit that I saw, and it was, in fact, it might have been one that you were building, Paul, a couple of years ago, maybe a year or so ago. I think it might have been a kit you pulled out where they tried to give it that finished look, and it looked fairly reasonable. I wouldn't say it looked brilliant, but it certainly looks a lot better than that. So we've got some clear parts here, the windscreen, the side windows, what look to be some sort of mini sunroof. They're clear enough. There's not much in the way of distortion. They're not the clearest I've seen. They're not the worst by a long shot. I mean, you can see through them, nice and clear. I've seen clearer though. Just looking on the back there, just shining in the light, see if there's any little bit of distortion on these windows around the edges. But that's okay. This build, these are quite big surfaces. It's critical keeping these clean and away from the build until they need to go on. Leave them till the last possible moment you can get away with it. And then once they're on, you want to get them covered up and keep them covered up until you've done all your painting, because and then once you've got there, gives them a good polish. Just want to make sure that goes in the bag. Keep them separate so they can go on the top. Some more chrome parts. I'm not going to take these out of this bag. I'm definitely going to bleach these. Yeah, I should bleach them and give them a chrome spray. Wheels are rubber or vinyl, I'm not sure which is. There's no seam line down the middle, which is fantastic. They have tubeless radial written on the side, regroovable. I've never know what regroovable is. Yeah, they're fine. They're nice, nice, clean. They've got the tyre size stamped on them. Yeah, they're perfect. Oh, we've got one there that's a bit poor out of all of them. Yeah, that one's not very good. We can clean that up, I guess. And we come to, we've got this last bag, but it's got a few in. They've kept all these others apart, and then it's like they've come to these last ones and thought, oh, bugger it, we'll just stick the rest in together. We can't be bothered. So I've got a little bit of net in there. I'm guessing that's going to be for a radiator, maybe, or some sort of heat shield or some sort. Then we've got some white molded plastic. This is quite heavy, actually. This. So this is the engine bay, because we've got some metal work there. So I'm guessing this is the back of the cab. I didn't see any white on the picture for the kit, but and this could be interior door cards, maybe somewhere. We got the dashboard, so yeah, this is interior. Why they've done the interior in white, I don't know. I'll have to look. Maybe the interior's in cream, but I would have thought that was a poor choice for a lorry. Not much to see in way of. I'll show you the dashboard. That's obviously. Come on. Come on. Come into focus, you bugger. There we go. Oh, briefly. So we can either carry on with this to and fro until it comes into focus, or everyone can rewind to that split-second point where it was in focus and pause it. So, yeah, there's not a lot really to show. The only real detail there is in the dashboard, the metal plate that's sort of on the back there, I guess, for people to stand on. Little bit of detail in the seats. Nothing extravagant. Then we've got another blue one off the. So, not sure. Front lights, maybe. Really don't know. Again, it's this awful. I think there might be a lot of holes in that surface. I really think that a lot of these are going to probably need filling. Especially this one, definitely. I don't know what this part is, where it goes specifically. Apologies for the dog. Daniel. So, I believe somebody's at the door. They're not going to shut up until that person's gone. Right. So I don't know what part that is. But Daniel! Yes. So, as I said, I don't know what part that belongs to. But, and then we come on to some black parts. And so these are more detailed now. We've got some wheel arches there. And looking at the brake discs are quite detailed on this. There, if it comes into focus. And we've also got various other, look like engine components, I'm guessing. Not exactly sure. But yeah, not too bad. Yeah, these are definitely all engine parts now. So the engine is super detailed. I like it. I'm going to spend a lot of time on this. Imagine the fun you can have detailing that with braided hoses, put them on wires, all sorts of, and they've got a huge amount of parts that you can paint and add to that engine to give it a thoroughly, for example, these here you could paint that in a matte black, and give it like a rubber hose type look, or the black matte plastic. You maybe do the fan yellow. Just thinking off the top of my head. You got your radiator here. You may want to do it a bit more worn, rusty. I don't know. There's so many. Oh, we've got some steel hydraulic pipes here that you can have them as copper, or I don't. The only restriction is your imagination, really. And then we'll flip that round just to have a look at some of these. And that engine there has got lots and lots of detail to it. We'll just flip that over. Nothing really to speak of on the back side. Multiple ejector pin marks, but not too much to worry about. Yeah, the engine's going to be a lot of fun putting that together. And here we've got the chassis there and there, again with loads of rivet marks on it, and steering there, lots and lots of detail going on there. Just flip round. Again, nothing much to worry about on the back. It should be a fairly nice kit. So that's the one I'm looking at doing next. Maybe haven't quite made up my mind on it, but I'm thinking that's possibly the one to do. Let's just have a quick look at the chat. Paul came in and said hello. Having trouble hearing you over the dog. Yeah, I can only apologise. It's one of those. It's an awful bloody thing. It just is absolutely awful. It just when they pull the tooth out, normally you'll get a blood clot that will form over where the hole is, and it protects the nerve endings. It stops the nerve endings from firing off, and it protects the wound. unfortunately, because I'm on some blood thinning stuff, and because of other reasons, the blood clot didn't form or it fell out, and I'm left with a huge gaping hole in the gum, and the nerve endings are just all there, firing off, all day, 24 hours a day, and I've got to wait for them to grow over before it will stop. He said it could be 3 months. Damn. Well, there you go. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that little review. I have got the electronics thing coming up. All the parts have now come in for that, so I'm ready to do the next part of that electronics video. But I've got to wait until my mouth heals up a bit more before I can sit and do that, because I need full concentration, and I can't concentrate if I've got this going on. So yeah, so that's coming up soon. I've also I'm planning to do some podcasts. These are coming up very soon. I'm just nailing down some finishing touches to them. They're going to be pre-recorded. They're not going to be live. They're going to cover a wide range of modeling topics. They'll be released. They'll be free, and people can download them each. Don't know whether we'll do it once a fortnight to begin with, and then go on from there. So we'll see how that goes. I'm still, looking for people to come on board with that. I've asked a few people. I'm just waiting to hear back. And then we're going to get going on that. So the podcast is a whole new thing. It's a new direction as well. The Wednesday night live stream will still carry on. The podcast is going to be something completely different for people that don't, have YouTube or watch or want to watch videos, or maybe they just want to listen. So, that's something I'm looking forward to doing. I think it could be fun. So look forward to doing that. I'll give you more details on that as and when the time approaches. And I think that's all I've got to announce for now. Tonight, the live stream, I'm really not sure if the live stream will be going ahead tonight for obvious reasons. I've still got the chronic problems with the pain. I have managed to get a small review out. I don't think I could manage to do, because it always seems to be worse at night. And of course, because I've taken painkillers throughout the day, by the time night time comes, I'm incredibly drowsy then as well. So there's a strong possibility there's going to be no live stream tonight. Are we Wednesday today? I don't know. We'll have to. I'm sure it's Wednesday today. But anyway, thanks for watching. Look forward to speaking with you all again soon, and hopefully I'm going to be back to 100% very soon, and I can start making good on a lot of the things that I've said today that are going to be happening. I really want to get them underway. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.